What's good, World Squad? Back at you guys with another video. And hey guys, on today's episode, I want to talk about how you can Superman your way to success on Amazon. If this is your first time watching this channel, my name is Travis Cooper. I'm the creator of Amazon Made Easy, the program that gives you the blueprint to buying back more of your time so that you don't have to exchange it for money. Hey, let's get straight into it. So I came up with the title for this video based off of how I learn. Whenever I'm learning a new business or a new concept, at least for me, it helps if I can break it down or relate it to something I already know. So I said, hey, I think it'd be pretty cool if I can do a video based off a superhero or a fictional character that everybody knows, and I can really break down this Amazon game. I know for me, at the beginning of my journey back in 2010, if I would have had the exact steps and skills that I needed to be successful to hit my first 6 figures or 7 figures, I probably would have saved a lot of time and money. So hopefully this video is super valuable to you and save you a lot of time and money. All right, so one of the first superpowers of Superman is the X-ray vision, or that elite vision. So how does this relate to Amazon? On Amazon, you want to use that X-ray vision to do your market research, right? Because a lot of the newer sellers or people that can't scale on Amazon is because they only seeing what's exactly on the page. All right, let me kind of break that down a little bit. Let's say, for example, you find a product that's profitable, right? It was profitable in the past, but it's currently no longer profitable at the time that you're sourcing it. So instead of just dumping that product or erasing it from your list, what you can do is leave it on your list. Are you looking at the keeper graph to see if it's going to come back in season? Is it a seasonal item? Is the reason that the price tanked and the item is no longer profitable because it was an uptick in sellers? You have to use your X-ray vision to understand or look at what story or what is being played out inside of that specific product. What exactly is it trying to tell you on those graphs? You have to use your X-ray vision. Also, the brand of that product. Just because that specific product isn't good, you can do manual sourcing to see if other products in that specific brand can yield you a profit. Also, the type of product, right? If we're selling hats and the generational wealth vibes hat isn't profitable, guess what? You can stay in that same product line. You know that hats were profitable for you in the past. Guess what? Try a different brand of that type of product. We can try Nike hat. You have to use that X-ray vision, which you will learn over time, to see what other sellers aren't seeing in the market, right? It's going to give you that advantage, because once you start to change your vision, get that Superman vision, you can even see into the future with that X-ray vision. Travis, what do you mean? You can see products that's never been profitable in the past, but because of the opportunity or the times that we're in, you saying, hey, I'm seeing what's going on these specific charts, and guess what? This thing is going to be a hit. I'm going to test, I'm going to double down, and then I'm going to scale that thing to the next level. Okay, so use your X-ray vision. The second superpower we need to use is our flight, or quick moves, as I call it in the Amazon business. Whenever you're pricing your inventory, you need to be swift, right? Match the buy box or get within 5 to 10% of that buy box so that you can move quick and move your inventory. Now, for the first 30 days, if you want to try to maximize your profit and price a little bit over the buy box, absolutely do that. Try to increase your bottom line, but we know FBA charges monthly storage fees, guys. So we're not trying to play around. We're trying to get our products in, make money off of our investments, pull that money out and reinvest it into the business so that we can create that snowball effect, okay? So you have to move quickly when it comes to pricing. We don't want our money to be tied up into these products, because it then goes into opportunity costs. Travis, what is opportunity cost? Let's say we have $1,000 wrapped into a product that's not selling. Over time, it's going to cost you more money. It's going to cost you that opportunity of where you could have had that $1,000 in a different vehicle or a different avenue, making you more money. So it's actually holding you back from taking advantage of the opportunity because it's tied up into inventory or a specific product that's not moving. You have to adjust your pricing, and you have to be fluid with the market before it changes, and then you're left just holding the bag. The third superpower that we need is the super strength that Superman has, right? And that strength correlates to powerful sourcing, right? One key thing in this business is to develop a powerful sourcing strategy, whether you're reaching out to brands, distributors, you're doing online arbitrage, retail arbitrage, you're doing private label. We have to be dialed in when it comes to getting a streamline of our products, and we have to be strong because we know that Amazon is at least getting 25 orders per second. So the question isn't if people are buying on Amazon, they absolutely are. We just need to have the right inventory and the right products that people want, right? So to do that, we need to strengthen our relationships, get great on the sourcing side of things, and then once we provide that convenience to the marketplace by putting these products on the marketplace, guess what? Convenience is a value add, and we know that money is always a byproduct of value. So if we're providing value into the marketplace, they will reward us with our money. We can grow our business to the moon, and both parties will be happy. The fourth superpower is invulnerability, and I relate that to risk management. I always tell my students to never go deep on one product without diversifying, right? It's far safer to go wider and shallow rather than staying narrow and going deep. It allows you that protection. If something ever happens with the supplier or anything that can come up, you will have multiple assets inside of your Amazon store to protect your stream of income, right? So that no matter what, you can keep a consistent stream of income every month that you can depend on inside of your Amazon store. The fifth superpower we need is the super hearing that Superman has. And I relate that to listening to the feedback of the customer, right? So if you're doing merchant fulfill and they're saying that the shipping is slow, or you or your prep center is not packing the products right, then you need to listen to that customer. Don't take offense to it, but actually use it as constructive criticism to make your process better, right? Because we know business is just a service to the customers. We want to serve those clients, and then in exchange for that service, and they pay us money, and that's how a business works. So be sure to keep your ears peeled to any comments, complaints. If they saying you're doing something great, do more of the great thing, right? Whether it's you doing it yourself, your prep center, your virtual assistant, whatever. Always take into account and listen to every feedback or review from the customer, especially if you're doing private label and you're creating your own products, because that can potentially help you scale your business to the next level by improving on some of our weaknesses and turning it into our strengths. The sixth superpower of Superman that we need in our business is the super speed, right? We need to streamline our operations, right? We need to have those, which I mentioned in almost every video, the SOPs or standard operating procedures, right? Just think about it. Every year towards the fourth quarter, the last 3 months of the year, car companies are already dropping next year's model, right? So they're streamlining their process. They're staying ahead of the curve. And every year they'll take one thing and make it a little bit better. Now, some of the times the exterior look very similar, but they have people on their team dedicated to how can we make this car a little bit better, a little bit faster, a little bit better on gas, a little bit safer, a little bit more comfortable for the family or the individual that's going to be purchasing this. And that's the same way you should approach your business. Every day, I don't care how much money you're making, whether you're on top of your goal or not. If you're not increasing, you're decreasing. It's no such thing as just floating along and plateauing. You have to be getting better every day, or assign certain people on your team to constantly improve the business. Because I think a mistake that I made at the beginning is just saying, hey, this business is making money. It's okay. We're not going to look to improve anything. It's making money. And it may possibly be all right for a few years, but then you're going to find yourself in trouble because you're not ahead, because you've walked away from the industry. You don't know the latest trends. And that's cost you in the long run. You're now losing to your competitors. So stay on top of your game, streamline all your process. Hey, how can I make this a little bit faster, a little bit better, a little bit more efficient? Because that'll always help your business stay a step ahead or two of the rest of the businesses in your industry. The next thing Superman had was the fortress of solitude. And your fortress of solitude could be stepping back to taking account of your business. Remember, guys, I always say, the ultimate goal in business is to work on your business, not in your business. So if you're just starting or you're in the game and you need to pivot, Find out how you can replace yourself. How much money do you need to start replacing yourself? Step back where you're not doing the work. Step outside of the business. Take a deep breath. Look at both your successes and your failures. Always in business, if you have a quote unquote failure, if you learn from it, it's not a failure, right? So we want to maximize the things that we did great on and start minimizing some of those mistakes that we made that didn't go as well as planned. You can also take this time to stay updated on Amazon's policies, any new strategies or anything, kind of like the last superpower, to keep you ahead of the game. And last but not least is justice and morality. And I relate this to ethical practices. Every time you list a product on Amazon, make sure it's not counterfeit, make sure it's no intellectual property. And that just simply means that you're allowed to list that specific brand on Amazon. We don't want to get in trouble with listing something that we don't actually have permission to list. We always want to do the right thing. Make sure the customer is getting the value that we said they were going to get, right? It just basically boils down to doing the right thing. That's going to keep you in business a long time and make you a lot of money. Hopefully you guys enjoy these superpowers and how it can make you hundreds of thousands of dollars every year on Amazon by following the play and being Superman. Y'all be blessed. Have a good one. Hey, and if you guys are interested, I'm having my 5-day Amazon challenge coming up. Click the first link down in the description if that's something that interests you. See you on the next one. Love.